Taiwan, a smart island, mobilizes the world economy. The first European seafarers to set eyes on Taiwan named it Ilha Formosa, meaning beautiful island in Portuguese. With 36,000 square kilometers of land surrounded by the sea, Taiwan is home to 23 million people. It has rich ecologies ranging from temperate to tropical, stunning landscapes rising from broad ocean reaches to majestic mountains, and a potpourri of ethnic groups and cultural diversity. For the past 60 years, Taiwan's economic growth rate has been admired by the world. Since the mid-1990s, Taiwan's economy has grown at an average rate of 4.2% a year, while consumer price inflation has averaged under 1.2%. This achievement and the relatively even income distribution gained with it have created the Taiwan experience that has been well renowned in the world. Today, Taiwan has become a major player in the global economic and trade arena. In 2016, its external trade of $511 billion ranked 18th in the world, and the GDP was around $530 billion, with per capita GDP over $22,000. In the 21st century, as digital and smart technologies continue their advance, Taiwan has become a key global driver of intelligent living. In 2016, Taiwan owned 23 products which ranked the world's top 3. Taiwan's ICT industry is indispensable in global supply chains. World number 1 in output value, wafer foundry, IC packaging and testing, portable navigation devices. World number 2 in output value, IC substrates, IC design, printed circuit board. World number 3 in output value, wireless LAN products, TFT LCD panels, OLED. World number 2 in output volume, crystalline silicon solar cells. Taiwan's precision machinery industry raises global production efficiency. World number 1 in output volume, high-end bicycles. World number 3 in output value, ball screws. Taiwan's medical devices industry improves mankind's health. World number 2 in output volume, electric wheelchairs, electric mobility scooters. MIT Textiles leads sports fashion globally. World number 1 in output value, fiberglass fabrics, functional textiles. World number 1 in output volume, fiberglass fabrics. World number 3 in output volume, polyester filament, nylon fiber. Besides, in the 2017 IMD World Competitiveness Ranking, Taiwan was ranked 14th of 63 countries assessed. And in the World Bank's Doing Business 2018 report, Taiwan was ranked 15th out of 190 economies for ease of doing business. These rankings demonstrate that Taiwan's economic fundamentals are in healthy condition. Endowed with great scenic beauty and rich in cultural diversity, Taiwan presents a splendidly colorful array of faces to the world. The success of Taiwan's transformation can be credited mainly to its people's hard work and its government's far-sighted planning, with the timely adoption of correct and well-sequenced development strategies to match each stage of progress. In 1953, Taiwan launched its first 4-year economic development plan with the strategy of using agriculture to nurture industry and using industry to develop agriculture. While implementing land reform, the government also took measures to actively foster import-substituting labor-intensive light industries and to reform controls on foreign exchange and trade. These initiatives resulted in large-scale job creation. With Taiwan's relatively small domestic market gradually becoming saturated, businesses soon shifted their attention to international markets. To encourage exports, the government implemented the statute for the encouragement of investment, which used tax incentives to attract foreign investors. Export processing zones expanded job opportunities while promoting more equal income distribution. In order to accelerate economic growth and respond to the oil crisis, in the 1970s, the government launched the 10 major construction projects. These greatly expanded railways, airports, harbors, electric power, and other basic infrastructure. A major steelmaking factory, shipyard, and petrochemical plant were built. The Taiwan economy advanced from light to heavy industries. Once the foundations of industry had been steadily solidified, the next goal of Taiwan's economic development is to turn to the focus of upgrading industrial technology. During this stage, the government actively adjusted industrial policy and expanded R&D investment to spur a shift from labor-intensive to technology-intensive and high-tech industries. In 1980, Hsinchu Science Park was established as the first park of its kind in Taiwan. Under government guidance, the semiconductor and computer equipment industries developed rapidly. A firm foundation was laid for Taiwan's high-tech sector. Also since the 1980s, the government has been working vigorously to promote economic liberalization, internationalization, and institutionalization, and to bring financial and economic regulations into line with international norms and standards. Since the turn of the century, the tides of globalization and digitization have swept across the world. To boost Taiwan's international competitiveness, the government has actively pursued industrial restructuring and global positioning. At the same time, it has strengthened the social security system and environmental sustainability to progressively raise the level of Taiwan's economic development. In the economic sphere, the government adopted a series of stimulus measures that enabled Taiwan to weather the global economic shocks of the dot-com bubble burst in 2000 and the global financial crisis in 2008. At the same time, it made vigorous efforts to bring about restructuring of the Taiwan economy. It encouraged innovation and entrepreneurship while promoting intelligent digital supply chains that are vertically and horizontally integrated. As a result, industrial productivity has risen. To enhance Taiwan's international linkage in response to the trends of globalization and regional integration, the government has been actively promoting global deployment. In January 2002, Taiwan formally became a member of the WTO. In 2013, Taiwan signed the ANZTEC Economic Cooperation Agreement with New Zealand and the ASTEP Economic Partnership Agreement with Singapore. On the social front, the National Health Insurance System that was launched in March 1995 has become a model followed in many other countries. To secure people's economic well-being, the government introduced unemployment benefits in January 1999 and successively established national pension in 2008 and labor pensions in 2009. Then, care for the disadvantaged groups was later expanded with an amendment to the Public Assistance Act in July 2011. For the living environment, Taiwan has built a fast and convenient island-wide transportation network. Its backbone is the high-speed rail that links the north and south of the island, complemented by rapid transit systems and a web of expressways in metropolitan areas. This has taken Taiwan into a new age in which the whole island is a one-day living circle. On May 20th, 2016, the inauguration of President Tsai Ing-wen instituted the third transfer of power between political parties in Taiwan's history. To accelerate economic innovation while ensuring social justice and environmental sustainability, President Tsai declared that over the next 4 years, Taiwan will build a new economic model for sustainable development based on the core values of innovation, employment, and equitable distribution. The government will implement two major strategies, including strengthening investments in Taiwan and realizing structural reform to foster innovation and entrepreneurship. thereby promoting employment and wage growth and sharing the fruits of economic development amongst all of the people. To boost domestic investment through increasing linkages with the local, the future, and the global, the government implements industrial innovation plans, under which it has selected 5 main innovative spheres of industry: Asia Silicon Valley Development Plan, smart machinery, green energy technologies, biomedical industry, and national defense, plus 2 main sustainable development industries, new agriculture and the circular economy, to serve as core drivers of Taiwan's next-generation economic growth. To fulfill the needs of national development over the next 30 years, the government is promoting the Forward-Looking Infrastructure Development Program. Major elements of the Infrastructure Investment Initiative comprise the constructions of green energy, digital infrastructure, water environment, rail development, urban-rural development, child care facilities, food safety infrastructure, as well as human resources infrastructure. In the cause of social justice, the government will work to enhance housing security, food safety, community care, pension sustainability, and public security as 5 main elements of social stability. With comprehensive planning of physical facilities, software systems and services for employment, housing, medical care, and public security, working to build a sustainable social safety net, the government will strive to create a safe and inclusive society. To address the issue of Taiwan's population aging, the government has also formulated a new 10-year long-term care 2.0 plan aimed at building a high-quality, fair-priced, universal long-term care system and enabling all disabled citizens to receive basic care services. Taiwan has also stepped up pursuit of economic and trade alliances, strengthening regulatory alignment with international norms, and putting full effort into economic liberalization. It will seek faster progress toward inclusion in the regional economic integration and in the negotiation of economic cooperation agreements with major trading partners. At the same time, to bolster economic vitality and autonomy, the government has launched the new Southbound Policy Promotion Plan, targeted at deepening people-to-people exchanges and talent flows with the countries of ASEAN, South Asia, New Zealand, and Australia. Under this policy, the government will seek to elevate the scope and diversity of external economy through multifaceted exchanges and collaborations in medical, agriculture, tourism, culture, and technology. Furthermore, Taiwan will continue to employ diverse and flexible strategies to go on expanding its international participation and to vigorously play its part as a citizen of the world. As a responsible member of the global community, Taiwan's NGOs, such as the Tzu Chi Foundation, Taiwan Red Cross, and World Vision, are all active participants in international humanitarian assistance. Their relief work have brought the compassion of Taiwan's people to every corner of the world which is in need. As we pursue economic development, we must not forget our responsibility to the environment. Our new model for economic development will be fully integrated with national land use planning, regional development, and environmental sustainability. Actively instituting climate change adaptation strategies and green energy policies, Taiwan endeavors to hold itself up to the New World paradigm as a role model of responding to climate change. The National Development Council is Taiwan's top agency for national development planning. It continues the work of the Council for Economic Planning and Development, which for 7 decades devised and steered strategies to match the needs of each stage of economic development. Its efforts paved the way for Taiwan to advance from a labor-driven economic growth model to a capital-driven and then innovation-driven model. As part of a government restructuring, on January 22, 2014, the National Development Council was established as a policy planning headquarters for mapping out national development strategies. Taking account of global competition, it sets economic, social, industrial, labor, land, and government administration policies that shape national development planning for the future. Its goal is to open up new possibilities for Taiwan's national development. We are grateful that you could join us in sharing Taiwan's vitality and charm. We hope you have a pleasant and rewarding stay in Taiwan.